morning, my name is April Brown, and today I'm going to be talking about the Sambien Company. Sambien is a company that was built to foster creativity among young architects. They prided themselves on being a company where these young architects could come, have a great place to work, and foster their creativity and really blossom in the beginning of their careers. However, what they're finding is some of their top talent is starting to leave, and they need to figure out why. What I believe is happening is due to teamwork conflict and the job characteristics model, specifically significance. It seems as though there is a disconnect between employees and the company mission. And not only that, it seems there's a disconnect within departments. For example, the sales team seems to be priding themselves on winning bids over the quality of the jobs. And what this is doing is it's upsetting the creatives and it's causing them to leave because they don't feel valued. I don't agree with the actions taken by Helen. I believe she panicked and her actions were impulsive. She jumped and put Adrian into a position that Adrian might not be ready for. And if she's not ready for this position and Helen doesn't provide the support that Tom was giving her, then it's going to lead to job burnout for Adrian really quickly. Hence, and then she will leave, and that will be another talent that they will leave, which is what they were trying to prevent. I think Mary made a good decision to bump the company's survey up. However, I don't think she made the connection that maybe something more was going on and maybe she needed a little bit more sense of urgency, but I do think she made a good decision about bumping that company's survey up. But I do think maybe she could have done a little bit more. Out of all the experts, I agree with Jean Martin the most. She explains that Helen and Mary need to connect their employees to the company mission, and I couldn't agree with this anymore. This would fall under the job characteristics model, specifically identity, significance, and teamwork. I especially like her ideas of employee-run mission review sessions and culture audits. What this is going to do is it seems there is a problem where employees don't feel they can go to top management or to Mary or to Helen about what's really going on. So these employee-run sessions, they're going to feel they can speak more freely and openly and really get to the bottom of what's going on, identify any obstacles or any teams or departments that are not on the same page as the rest of everybody else, which is going to lead to job satisfaction. While I think all four experts brought some good feedback on the problems at Sambien, I don't think Anna Pringle placing the majority of the blame on Mary was good advice. Mary is head of HR. She's not a talent recruit. She did counter and mention that Helen needs to be more involved with her employees, which I couldn't agree with more, but placing blame on Mary for not probing enough is not good advice. Helen took that company over from her father. It was a very successful company with long-term employees, and she is facing problems that her father did not face. There is a disconnect between Helen and the employees. So Helen needs to connect more to her employees and have more of an open door policy so they know that they can go to her. Helen is making poor decisions, or maybe rather a lack of decisions on her part. What I believe needs to happen at Sambien is I believe Helen needs to connect with her employees more. They need to feel like she's more available and more part of the company and invested in them rather than just the owner of the company who runs it. So what I think she needs to do is I think that she needs to hold weekly meetings with her department heads. These will bring to light any issues at hand and she can address them and get them addressed. And if it's happening weekly, hopefully it can nip those issues in the bud rather than letting them drag out and having the talent leave. I believe she should also hold monthly company-wide meetings, and these should be an open forum where employees feel they can speak freely. Now, for the ones who maybe don't like to speak in front of people or who are introverts who wouldn't feel comfortable maybe blurting out what's bothering them, there needs to be blank surveys at these meetings that employees can fill out anonymously. They do not have to put their name on them, with a Dropbox so they can drop it on the way out. And that way maybe they can get a sense of, more of a sense of what's going on for maybe people who do not want to speak out. I believe these things will connect Helen to her company and to her employees as well. And it will personalize it. They will see her as a person and not just, like I said, as the owner of the company.